Welcome to United by Trucks. Today we're in Greenville, Tennessee at Harrison's Ride and Custom, and we're going to show you how to tuck your square body bumper. We're about to get it on with Pecos. TTR.
Yes, sir.
What are we doing?
Getting that Bryan Harrison bumper tuck special.
All right, guys, so I know a lot of you want to know what it takes to tuck your square body bumper. A lot of folks saw the Goldine video with Bryan from Harrison's Ride and Custom, and he had that square body bumper tucked beautifully. Well, we've come up to his shop, Harrison's Ride and Custom in Greenville, Tennessee, and we're gonna tuck the bumper on Pecos, and we're gonna show you how we do it. So y'all hang tight, we're gonna jump right into the video right here.
And I asked him, and he's like, yeah, I got the bumper. And he didn't have no brackets, no bolts or nothing. So I pieced everything together of what I needed, from what I paid to what a kit from USA 1 cost me. I saved $12. People are, and so people are like, well, how'd you do it? I'm like, just buy the kit. They're like, how much did you save? I'm like, I went through 4 different places ordering stuff, and I saved $12. Like, just order it all in one box, have it shipped to you, call it a day.
What'd you do with the $12?
It's probably in the motor somewhere, or in the gas tank one.
It's probably in the gas tank.
They're cut up cars and stuff like that, and a pair of Crocs and socks.
That's right, hashtag Crocs and socks. All right, guys, so we're here with Bryan Harrison and Victor from Harrison's Ride and Custom. And what are we doing today?
Getting ready to do bumper 101.
Bumper 101.
We're gonna tuck this baby.
All right, so what does that mean for those who don't know?
So we got gravel pans holding this gap out, probably a couple, 3 inches out from where we're gonna end up. When you look at the profile of the vehicle, the bumper's sticking out past the back. We're gonna take it in tight, pull this gap up. And this is kind of the easy, quick way to do it. If you want it dead even, equal on both sides, and you're the guy that's gonna measure stuff to a millimeter, this probably is not your way to do it.
I like that.
If you want to clamp up, scoot it up, line everything up the way you want it, drill on the frame and it look good, this is the way to go. When we get done, if you were to damage a bumper bracket, you go buy stock bumper brackets, make one little cut on the inner bracket, and you can bolt them right back on the truck, because your truck will be prepped for these to go back on it. Whereas if you shorten the bracket or do something like that, they get tore up, you got to redo them. So like I said, this is the easy way. It does involve cutting on your truck just a little bit, so if you're going to tow or do anything like that, probably not for you. But this is a way we found to do it, and it allows us to get the nice close tight gap to the body at the back.
TTR,
Yeah.
What do you think about Pecos getting this kind of love?
You know I'm down to cut stuff up.
So the first thing you're going to have to do, because this bracket comes down at an angle, to come forward, it's going to collide right here. It's not going to let you come forward very much. So you've got this panel back here in the frame. It's like a little bottom part of this flange. You're going to have to go straight over right here. We usually try to go at the back of that hole. That'll keep you fairly even on each side. Then you're going to go right up through here on the edge. Take that entire bottom section off right there. And you want to do that on both sides.
So this little section you're marking right here is what's coming off the frame.
It's about to hit the floor.
All right, let's do it. Bryan, the cool thing about this whole bumper setup is it's been off before, right?
There you go.
Make it a little easier.
It's different when the bolts will hit you in the face.
Yeah. TTR, what's wrong?
I don't want nothing in my eyes.
I don't want you to have anything in your eyes either.
We don't want to make you
Like every
After
time,
the LS swap thing?
dude,
Oh.
yeah, my eye was swollen for like a week and a half.
Oh, you should have gone to the doctor. So bumper's off. So just to recap, they came in, made their little marks on the chassis where they need to cut. You can see that there. And the next step they did was take off that bumper.
Grab that roll pan.
Grab that roll pan. All right, so Victor.
Yeah.
Looks like you're taking all the brackets off. What's gonna happen after that?
That's when the cutting starts.
That's when the cutting starts. And as always, as you just saw Victor do, never hurts to tape up the edges where maybe a little metal might make some contact.
Look at his face mask.
All right, so you can see you got that one side cut, just right where he marked it off. Doing the other side.
So the notches are moved while the paint's drying. We got to go over a little something else that may qualify or disqualify the truck to do this to it. As you can see, your inside brackets have 3 bolts. Your outsides only use these 2. This is going to be in the way if we move forward, because what we're going to do is slide forward and re-drill these holes in the frame. So we're going to mark a line right down through here. We're going to take this off. Now, the other problem with that is this. This is a 52-inch leaf spring truck. This means this is in the forward mount 4 holes. There is also a set of holes right here and right here. On a 56-inch leaf spring truck, this would be back here. You can't do this process if you have a 56-inch leaf spring truck. So an easy way to look at that and tell, if this bolt is in the way of this, if you put a drop shackle, you have a 52. If you're back here, you have a 56.
Yeah, and you can see where Ron's already notched that little spot in the bed cross member because he's got a 52-inch, so he had to notch that to do a drop shackle, but it's yeah, it's a 56-inch. You're gonna have an issue doing this.
You're not gonna have the room to move forward, because what we're doing, we used to use these 3 holes for the bumper. Now these are gonna end up being up here. You're not gonna use this, so we're gonna mark and cut. Just like that.
So you're literally just cutting that ear off, that front ear.
Yep, just cut it off. And I cut it back at an angle because sometimes you end up moving this. You don't want any problems with it getting into something somewhere else.
So I'll have 4 bolts holding the bumper instead of 6.
Instead of 6.
Fine with me.
4 won't hold it, 6 won't hold it. We ain't towing a bass boat.
All right, Brian, show us that right there.
So we take that, that's the basic cut, take it over to belt sander, clean it up, put some black on it, and you're good to go.
That's your modified bracket right there. So they're taking the modified bracket with the ear cut off, attaching it back to the bumper, slide this bad boy up there.
We're gonna center up the bumper to the body again. It's easier to get the brackets down and cut them off with them off. I mean, I guess you could cut it with them still bolted up, but we like to make sure this is where we want it on each side. So we go back to factory holes first, center left to right. Then we're gonna take a clamp and we're gonna move forward and replot these holes and drill them. But for right now, we're just centering up left to right.
So just to give y'all a little bit of idea of what this is looking like, there used to be an ear that came off on the front of that bracket.
See if I can put it while I was ahead. back down, we'll clamp up to the frame. Everything's nice and centered. Take it forward, get our gap, drill the holes, we're done.
You just make it look too easy.
It's a lot easier than shortening brackets and refabbing this and refabbing that. If you really wanted it super clean, super equal left to right, look under it, couldn't tell the difference, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But
not for a driver.
not for a driver. And this way, you know, I guess you could take that kind of pains and really get it that equal and that even. But 9 out of 10 people's gonna look under his truck and never tell that you've done that to the bumper. I've had them look at mine and say, "How'd you do that?" I'm like, "Look under it," and you just have to show them, you know.
Yeah.
So I think it's a way to do it myself. But
Cool. Let's get to drilling.
we'll let Ron say if it is or not here in a
That's
minute.
right. How you feeling about it so far, TTR?
Brand new.
Brand new repop. That's what it takes on these squares, right?
Bring your side up some too, because it's twisting it back. This thing is like a big spring till you lock it down. I mean, it's
Well, what's cool, man, there's no fancy tools. You're eyeballing it.
it'll stay right there. That's about money.
So now we're just checking to make sure the tailgate opens properly.
It's got that molding.
Yeah, it looks like it's bumping just a tad.
Top of the bumper parallel to the bottom of the tail light.
No, it's kicked up.
Are you now?
There, you're getting there.
Yeah.
Hold what you got and just let it drop straight down.
Okay, go ahead.
About right?
Still a little down.
You ain't gonna beat that, kids.
Yeah,
That's tight.
that is tight. That is dialed right in.
Walk around and make sure it suits you, because once we drill it,
It's there.
it's company.
All right, guys, so this is completely mocked up. You can see where Ron and Bryan have been making sure this thing is level.
No pressure.
But look how tucked that is. Pecos just got a little nip and a little tuck, baby.
It's crooked. It's the worst thing you could have.
Man, that right there wasn't there before y'all started working on it. That's way more better.
Way more better. Well, you ready to drill some holes and lock this thing
Drill
down?
some holes, let's do it, man.
All right, so Bryan came back under. And it's a little harder to see. There's a hole right there. It's gonna need to be drilled. So Bryan used a punch to mark his little spot where he can drill the hole. And it's about to go down. Well, that is officially a tucked bumper
Handprints are free. There's no charge for that.
on Pecos. Yeah, it's got fingerprints all over it, but man, look at this thing. Tucked, baby.
We compliments. We didn't know about it
Quiet on the set.
on the company card.
Hand him the bill.
You gotta get used to it. He just can't stop.
You gotta have that guy.
You gotta have him. Bumper officially tucked on Pecos. Tell me how it went.
So basically, we've done enough of these. We can kind of walk ourselves through it before we get started. But here again, it ain't rocket science. It's not going to be within a millimeter on each side. If you're into that, this ain't the way to do it for you. But with that being said, you know, we were talking earlier, you know, frame off killer truck, you may still want to do it this way. And, you know, you got to take into consideration, is your bed square on the frame? There's a lot of things square on the frame that's going to play a part in how that bumper sits. But if you're putting one back together that way, there's still nothing wrong with doing it this way. And you're still going to have stock looking, stock appearing bumper brackets. So as long as he's pleased with it, we're pleased with it. It gets our seal. We would send it if it was here. So.
Look at TTR over there. All right, well that's awesome. I think really one of some of the key components to this is just making sure that you measure out and mark that that section of the frame to cut out.
Yes.
You cut that front ear off, you drill those 4 new holes, and you slide your bumper back on there, and spend plenty of time mocking it up. I mean, that's what y'all really paid some attention to, was making sure that this thing was dialed in before you drilled those holes and run bolts back through them.
Spend the money and use a transfer punch that fits the hole in the bumper bracket, because if you'll notice, when we go to tighten up, very little movement in that at all. And if you line that up and get it where you're going, you're better off to keep things in the tolerance what you put it in from the start. So use a transfer punch, center up with that bit, drill through the bracket. If you clamped up right, everything's gonna center up nice, and it's worth taking your time. But real time, we've stopped and stuff. What we've
Oh
had to
yeah,
do
gosh,
with the
we've been filming. Yeah.
Real time, hour and a half, you
Yeah.
can knock this out no problem.
No doubt about it. And you can do it right there in your backyard, your driveway, garage.
your brother-in-law's driveway,
Yeah.
wherever.
Well, Brian, thanks so
Or
much,
you
man.
can bring it to Bryan Harrison.
Or you can bring it here and we'll do it.
Yeah, you just bring it to Harrison's Riding Custom.
I mean, personally, I just bring it to them. And don't do it in your driveway. Just bring it up here.
That's right. Well, we appreciate it, Brian. This has been awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in to United by Trucks, special edition coming from Harrison's Riding Custom in Greenville, Tennessee. As y'all seen, we got TTR's bumper tucked, and we showed you guys how to do it. Big thanks to Bryan Harrison and Victor at Harrison's Riding Custom. Also, thanks to TTR for letting us use his truck to do this on. I'm sure he's real appreciative of it. What do you think about it?
It looks killer, man. I couldn't be happy with it. Look at it.
Yeah, it's
Dude.
awesome. All right, guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. Definitely smash the thumbs up if you like what you've seen today, and leave a comment. Let us know, would you like your bumper tucked on your Squarebody? We'll catch you next time on United by Trucks. Cue the music.